The male protagonist, Kyotaro, suffers from severe adolescent delusions. He is particularly fixated on a classmate, Anna, who is the top beauty in the class and reportedly a magazine model. When Anna glances his way, Kyotaro mistakenly thinks she looks down on him, leading his thoughts to dark and twisted places. He even imagines turning Anna into a beautiful corpse, though he dislikes this disturbing side of himself. Kyotaro never expected to intersect with Anna, one of the most beautiful girls in class. However, seeking quiet, he went to the library only to find Anna secretly eating rice balls there. She tried to ask him to keep it a secret, but her words were unclear because she was eating. Misunderstanding her, Kyotaro thought about killing her, but found himself unconsciously observing her as she moved on to eating chips and humming a song, which was not the Anna he had imagined. While Anna began her coursework, Kyotaro noticed she didn't have an engraving knife. He considered offering his but feared rejection for his dark thoughts. To his surprise, she thanked him for the knife, causing him to blush and curse silently, thinking she might have a secret crush. After using the knife, Anna forgot to return it. Kyotaro followed her to retrieve it, but her friend reminded her not to eat snacks in the library. Anna handed the snacks to Kyotaro, who hoped for leftovers but ended up watching her stuff all the chips in her mouth and only asked him to dispose of the trash. Frustrated, Kyotaro muttered about her using him, yet he kept the empty chip bag. Kyotaro was thrilled each time he remembered his knife was with Anna, and upon returning to his seat, he found the knife still warm, pleased that Anna knew where he sat. When he heard other girls criticizing Anna's poster for being poorly done and needing redoing, he was secretly furious, although Anna seemed not to care. However, she looked dejected during a presentation, and Kyotaro thought she was upset about the poster. Just as Kyotaro worried about others noticing Anna crying, he impulsively cut his own report with the knife to divert attention. Turning around, he realized Anna was not concerned about the incident, but was instead looking at a helicopter outside the window. During lunch break, Anna and her best friend hugged each other and sat behind Kyotaro. A few boys sitting nearby whispered, saying that girls who like physical contact are usually shy. They even joked about wanting something to happen with Anna. Only Kenta thought another chubby girl in the class was cuter. Kyotaro went to the library to borrow a book and saw Anna still eating there. As he approached, a girl named Nuka appeared. She mentioned she used to love eating but accidentally gained too much weight. Surprisingly, Kenta also entered. The three sat at a table. Kyotaro's heart raced, wondering if Kenta was about to confess to Nuka, which would make Anna a third wheel. While chatting, Kenta accidentally revealed his preference for heavier girls. Kyotaro silently disapproved from behind a bookshelf, thinking, "Don't impose your weird tastes on others." Anna realized she was becoming a third wheel. As Kyotaro tried to move her away, he accidentally hit a bookshelf. To avoid an awkward situation, Anna coughed and claimed there might be a cat around. With no choice, Kyotaro pretended to go along, but his cat imitation was unconvincing, filling the library with awkwardness. Anna then got up, saying she would check the back and resumed her cat impersonation. Nuka suggested the noise might be cats fighting. Kyotaro joined Anna in making cat sounds. Kenta and Nuka ended up chatting and left the library in a good mood. Anna was pleased, thinking she had done a good deed, and even complimented Kyotaro, whose heart raced. On his way home, he passed a magazine store that featured Anna. He went home to change clothes and returned to the store. Before he could look, he found Anna, now in different clothes, excitingly surrounding herself with two girls. It was clear she hoped to be recognized as the model from the magazine, but she inadvertently scared them off. She even pulled out a pen to sign autographs, but the clerk did not recognize her and put the magazines back. While Kyotaro found Anna's behavior odd, he still bought the magazine featuring her. Back home, he felt disconnected from the world of the magazine, as the Anna in the photos seemed from another world, unlike his own. Nevertheless, he couldn't bear to throw the magazine away. The next day, he saw a boy standing next to Anna, which made him feel sour. Though he claimed not to care, his body honestly followed them. He quickly found out the boy was hitting on Anna, asking for her contact details. Anna claimed she didn't have such a thing, clearly making an excuse to fool him. However, the guy was persistent and kept nagging for her information. Kyotaro saw that Anna was uncomfortable. He told himself it was none of his business. Just then, Anna's friend came over, about to join the conversation. but then saw Kiyotaro forcefully push his bicycle away. It rolled down a slope, speeding past them and crashing into a railing before tumbling into the river, disrupting everyone's thoughts. Her friend told Anna that Kiyotaro had pushed it intentionally. Surprised, Anna asked him why. Kiyotaro stammered, joking that he mistook the brake for a throttle. "Brother, since when do bicycles have throttles?" Unexpectedly, this made Anna burst into laughter, calling Kiyotaro a funny person. Kiyotaro often treats the school library as his sanctuary. Then he discovered Anna, a junior high school girl, secretly making cotton candy there. Sometimes he thought her mind was a bit off, especially when Anna realized she had no water for the cotton candy, and rushed out of the library. While verbally complaining, Kiyotaro honestly wiped up the water she accidentally spilled and realized she needed a cup for water. With only 3 minutes left until class, he hesitated for a moment before rushing out. When Kiyotaro hurriedly returned with the cup, he found Anna already stirring the cotton candy by the water sink. He awkwardly took the cup and drank some water. Anna commented on his sense of ritual, and then stuffed her leftover cotton candy into his hand. While Kiyotaro complained that it was just leftover trash, he was secretly pleased to receive it. Kiyotaro was obsessed with the idea of eliminating Anna early on, then noticed she had many friends, but always went to the library alone to eat snacks. Perhaps she had sensed his intentions and was trying to lure him into acting first, then counterattack. At this moment, Anna was extremely hot, sweating through her shirt in the summer heat. Kiyotaro overheard boys behind him whispering, "Wow, what a cleavage." As one boy tried to sneak closer to Anna, Kiyotaro casually knocked a carving knife to the ground. The boy picked it up instinctively and returned it to her, looking terrified when Kiyotaro pretended to be fierce, just as Anna walked away. Kiyotaro's gaze then shifted outside the door, noticing Anna's friend Kobayashi carrying her on his back after losing a game of rock, paper, scissors. The two seemed to have a good relationship. Kiyotaro usually refers to Kobayashi as Anna's boyfriend in his mind because Kobayashi always takes great care of Anna's feelings and never speaks harshly. Even so, Kobayashi rarely accompanies Anna to the library. Kiyotaro still suspects that Anna might have seen through his plan. While he was reading and fanning himself, Anna noticed his fan and quickly borrowed it. Embarrassed, Kiyotaro slid it across the table. After fanning herself for a while, Anna sniffed the fan, noting its fragrance, and invited Kiyotaro to smell it too. Kiyotaro couldn't resist and moved closer, only to find that Anna's shirt was indeed wet, but she was wearing a swimsuit underneath. His heart raced. Just then, Anna received a call from Kobayashi, who said he was coming over. Instinctively, she hid under the table and asked Kiyotaro to sit in her spot. When Kobayashi walked in, Kiyotaro pretended not to see Anna, although she was very close to him. The warmth of her body in the summer made him lose control. However, Kobayashi, noticing Kiyotaro's flushed face and the snacks on the table, quickly understood the situation. Instead of leaving, she sat opposite Kiyotaro and mentioned her allergy to snacks, which prevents her from eating them. Yet Anna had always been considerate. At home parties, Anna would sneak away to eat snacks, worried that Kobayashi might feel bad. This made Kiyotaro realize why Anna always came alone to the library to eat snacks. Anna, slightly embarrassed, nudged Kiyotaro's leg, but Kobayashi continued to praise her best friend for being kind, well-dressed, beautiful, and having good taste. Flattered, Anna crawled out from under the table, propping herself up on Kiyotaro's knee, and happily left with Kobayashi. What could Kiyotaro say? He could only rush to the restroom. Soon after, it was time to prepare for the school cultural festival. Anna and her friends were painting props for a haunted house. She remembered that Kiyotaro made excellent posters. Kiyotaro, who usually preferred to paint in private and often chose darker themes, agreed to help. While working with him was Nuka. As Kiyotaro bent down, he was startled by Anna, who suddenly popped out of a nearby well dressed as a ghost, scaring him half to death. Nuka remarked on Anna's good figure, but Kiyotaro held back his comments, noting that everyone has different strengths. At that moment, Nuka went to change the water. Anna walked over and discovered that her name was written on a tombstone in the poster. Kyotaro's heart skipped a beat. The others gathered around, and although Kiyotaro knew he hadn't written it, he worried about affecting the girls' relationships and thus falsely admitted that he did it. The boys in the class tried to use this to curry favor with Anna in front of Kiyotaro. Unsure of what to say, Kiyotaro even began to ramble, saying that perhaps even death isn't so bad. When Nuka returned, she was surprised to hear what had happened. She said she had written the name herself because Anna's surname was common and she didn't think much of it before quickly erasing it. The boys had been cursing, warning Kiyotaro to be careful. Anna, not expecting this outcome, crouched next to Kiyotaro and whispered an apology. Although the name was erased, the tombstone still looked odd. Unexpectedly, Kiyotaro boldly added his own surname to it. Later, while he was washing his brushes, Anna appeared beside him wanting to use red paint to simulate blood. Kiyotaro instinctively mixed in some black paint, suggesting it might look scarier. Anna then lifted her hair, closed her eyes, and asked him to apply the paint to her face. Kiyotaro hesitantly did so, then shyly ran away. The preparation period was lively, but on the day of the event, Kiyotaro was alone. He planned to continue playing games in the restroom, but the boy who had hit on him earlier approached him again. Although Kobayashi initially wanted to refuse, another of Anna's friends agreed to join in. Kiyotaro disliked this kind of show-off, but remembered how this senior had helped retrieve his bike from the river, realizing he wasn't a bad person after all. Kiyotaro followed them out of instinct, but soon noticed that although the girl had agreed to play with the senior, everyone was protecting Anna well. Kiyotaro instinctively walked through the classroom and unexpectedly bumped into Anna. She became curious about the classroom, which had a map from 80 years ago. Anna located her house on it and asked about Kyotaro's home. Surprised, she noted their homes were only about 1 kilometer apart. As their hands almost touched, Kyotaro awkwardly moved away. He intended to take a photo of the map, but Anna thought he wanted to take a selfie with her and took his phone to do it herself. Kyotaro was secretly thrilled. Kyotaro has a habit of drawing manga, imagining a protagonist traveling to another world. He would never admit that the cutest female character is based on Anna. He went to the infirmary because of a headache and unexpectedly found Anna asleep there. He couldn't help but stare at her for a moment. When Anna suddenly woke up and saw it was Kyotaro, she was relieved. Hearing about his headache, she gave him some painkillers. Kyotaro noticed Anna had used the cup before, and as he nervously picked it up, Anna had already left the infirmary. Kyotaro lay back on the bed and realized Anna had forgotten her gym clothes. The guilty hands were already reaching for the clothes when the infirmary doctor returned. Seeing Kyotaro lying on the bed and Anna's uncollected clothes, he threw them onto Kyotaro's bed, covering his face with them as a harsh reward, and asked him to return them to Anna. In the afternoon, when Kyotaro was returning the clothes, he found Anna nervously searching for something, which turned out to be candy she had placed there. Meanwhile, Kyotaro was still plotting his story. Adachi, a bold classmate sitting behind him, suddenly decided to approach the girls to ask if they enjoyed being alone. He boldly walked towards the girls but was met with disdainful looks from Kobayashi and others before he could speak. Adachi claimed he could assess health through fingernails and quickly excused himself. Soon he wrote a note asking Kyotaro to pass it to Anna. Fearing Adachi had written something inappropriate, Kyotaro, in his dilemma, tore up his drawing of the girl modeled after Anna and gave it to her instead. Anna blushed upon seeing it. Upon checking the swapped note, Kyotaro found that Adachi merely wanted Anna's contact information, forcing Kyotaro to redraw his character. Adachi, unchanging, planned to use a psychological test to observe which poses girls preferred. Kyotaro frowned, wondering how Adachi could say such a thing aloud. He was indeed curious about Anna's reaction. The girls, thinking Adachi was conducting a simple psychological test, believed him. It was actually to determine their preference for relationships by the way they touched hands. Moko pointed out that Adachi just wanted to touch the girls' hands. To prove he wasn't, Adachi hurriedly called over Kenta and others. The girls completed the test without any touch. When it was Anna's turn, she pretended to be oblivious until Yoshida found out online that it was a risque test. Hearing that touching the top of the hand implied a dominant position, Kyotaro was skeptical. When he went to the library and found Anna absent, only a pack of snacks was on the table. Anna returned from the restroom and noticed a candy missing. She turned and saw Kyotaro holding his hand and immediately rushed over to pry it open, finding nothing but then pulling out a candy from his pocket. Kyotaro had a sudden realization, "My God, a dominant position?" and stormed off. During basketball practice in the afternoon, Kyotaro overheard that Anna had a modeling job the next day. He felt it was time to make a move on Anna, but often recalled how she looked when asleep. Just then, he was hit by a basketball. Angrily picking it up to throw it back, he realized Anna had thrown it. He was furious, but couldn't bring himself to retaliate. While thinking, Kiyotaro noticed Anna was watching him. Suddenly, a basketball hit Anna's nose, causing a lot of bleeding. The girl who accidentally threw the ball gave an awkward smile, which made Yoshida very angry. Kiyotaro felt terrible and instinctively followed to the infirmary. The doctor was stopping Anna's bleeding. Kiyotaro hid under the bed and overheard Anna talking on the phone with her mother, fearing she couldn't attend the next day's photo shoot. Seeing Anna cry, Kiyotaro couldn't help but cry too. As Anna reached for her handkerchief, the drawing Kiyotaro had given her fell out. At that moment, Kiyotaro realized he liked Anna. After Anna's injury, the classroom atmosphere was somber. Adachi sneakily took the tissue Anna used for her nosebleed, which angered Kiyotaro, who wanted to confront him. Then he noticed blood on his own clothes from sneaking out of the infirmary. The next day, Anna returned to school with gauze on her nose. Many asked about her injury, and Kobayashi stuck a note on her gauze. Anna was scared of being hit because she is a model, and any facial damage could be disastrous. She was also upset about being treated like a child by her agent and mother. Kiyotaro thought she was very mature. After school, he saw Anna crying alone without a tissue. He quietly placed his own tissues in the library but worried it was too obvious, so he left tissues at every desk, hoping Anna would feel comfortable crying. Instead, Anna started eating snacks, using the tissues to clean up the crumbs, but smiled at the tissue pack. Kiyotaro realized he liked Anna, but refused to admit it, fearing he had a bug in his brain. He believed love was a tragedy and didn't want to fail. At lunch, he noticed the girl who had hit Anna looking guilty. Anna secretly hid her milk, planning to make snacks in the library. Kiyotaro reminded her that the lab had bowls. Anna jokingly asked him to fetch them, and they ended up in the family lab together. Kiyotaro complained about her liking complicated snacks and found the chemistry teacher in the office. They hid in a corner, and Kiyotaro helped her adjust the snack mix. He got a small piece as they flaunted their cup. Suddenly, the chemistry teacher appeared. Anna choked, creating a messy scene. Fearing the teacher would misunderstand, Kiyotaro blurted out, "It was fruit candy." The teacher scolded both of them in the end. During the big cleanup, Kiyotaro noticed the short-haired girl seemed to want to apologize to Anna. Yoshida knew it wasn't intentional, but reminded her it was best to clarify things early to avoid misunderstandings. The short-haired girl was annoyed, feeling like Yoshida and her friends were just trying to please Anna. Kiyotaro felt a stomach ache watching the girls' conflict. It was indeed hard to handle. In the library that afternoon, Kiyotaro noticed the short-haired girl's intentions. He was about to leave to give them space when Anna suddenly called out to him. She showed him a photo of her face swapped onto a poster and invited him to take a photo with her. Kiyotaro was tempted, but he didn't want the short-haired girl to keep struggling with her feelings. Tearing up, he declined the invitation and rushed out of the library, only to find Yoshida was also secretly watching. In the library, Anna first called out to the short-haired girl and invited her to take a face swap photo together. Their relationship seemed much warmer. Anna felt a bit regretful. She thought she would look better if her nose wasn't injured. The short-haired girl, filled with guilt, immediately apologized. Only then did Anna realize she was the one who threw the ball, but she wasn't angry and instead comforted her. However, she accidentally spilled candy. After the incident, Yoshida also apologized to the short-haired girl, admitting she had been too harsh, and they reconciled. Kiyotaro noticed everyone was concerned about Anna's facial injury, given her career as a professional model. On his way home, he encountered Anna coming out of a convenience store. Unexpectedly, when Anna saw Kiyotaro on his bike, she asked him for a ride. Kiyotaro thought Anna would offer him ice cream but only received trash instead. Still, he gave her a lift, and they talked about club activities on the way. Anna mentioned she had to quit the basketball club due to her busy schedule and her agent's prohibition against playing basketball. She was considering joining a new club and heard Kiyotaro was in the information processing club, so she thought about joining. She finished speaking and noticed Kiyotaro's ears were red, but he didn't respond as his heart was pounding. They were at a traffic light when they saw the transportation department ahead. Carrying 2 people on a bike was against traffic rules, and Kiyotaro worried it might affect Anna's reputation at school. Just then, Anna asked him a question about whether he liked coffee-flavored popsicles, suggesting he was the type of person who fears change. Kiyotaro gritted his teeth and hurried past the transportation department, dropping her off at the station. To show her gratitude, Anna gave him the other half of her popsicle. Unexpectedly, Kyotaro also tore off the wrapper and handed it to Anna as trash. Anna couldn't help but laugh. As Kyotaro said goodbye, he accidentally raised his hand too high and hailed a taxi. However, the next day in class, they received bad news. The teacher announced that snacks were banned from school because snack wrappers were found in the library's trash cans. Kyotaro's gaze fell on Anna. The incident with the fruit candies had just ended, and it was clear that the comment was directed at Anna. Indeed, the teacher asked Anna for her opinion. Anna said she wasn't the one who threw them and was then asked to go to the office. But since the teacher was busy, the issue would have to wait until next Monday. Over the weekend, Kyotaro guessed that Anna wouldn't come to the library since she couldn't bring snacks. Ironically, today he was dragged out by his sister, and he didn't want his classmates to see him out with her. But as fate would have it, he looked up and saw Anna and others passing by. Anna also noticed them. Unable to resist, Kyotaro eavesdropped on Anna's conversation, unaware that Anna was also listening to his and his sister's chat. Hearing Kyotaro was about to order downstairs, Anna sneaked over, mentioning she found Kyotaro's sister cute and wanted to make friends, as she was an only child herself. Anna also glanced at the menu board, saying she wanted to order ice cream. But when she reached for her wallet, she realized she had left it upstairs. Kyotaro, confused, asked, "Weren't you coming down to order?" Anna blushed and exclaimed, "Kyotaro, you're so dense." Her excuse was that she was going to the restroom, but Kyotaro pointed out the restroom was also upstairs. Soon, he realized that Anna had come down to talk to him. So, while ordering, he couldn't help but order an ice cream. Just as he was carrying the ice cream upstairs, he saw Anna coming down with her wallet. He intended to give her his ice cream, but Anna just smiled, saying, "You're copying me again." On Monday, Kyotaro wanted to see if Anna would be scolded, but coincidentally, he ended up being brought into the office with her. The teacher reminded Anna not to bring snacks to school. Feeling nervous, Kyotaro spoke up to explain for Anna and managed to convince the teacher. The teacher had always thought Kyotaro was somewhat a loner, but seeing him talk so much, decided not to pursue the matter further. However, this incident brought Kyotaro and Anna much closer. The school was about to host a career visitation day, and the teacher required groups of 6. Anna and her 3 friends formed a group of 4. Kyotaro was pulled into a group by Adachi and others to make up 4. Both Anna's group and the group of a girl Kenta had a crush on were 2 people short. Adachi and Kenta exchanged glances and decided to split their group and join the 2 other groups. Adachi led them to Anna's group first. However, due to Adachi's previous actions, the group wasn't very welcoming. Moeko stated that anyone wanting to join needed their approval. But Kyotaro knew Kenta actually wanted to join Noka's group. Moeko discussed with everyone and finally decided to let Kenta join their team first. Kyotaro felt a pang of anxiety. Kenta looked at Nuka with reluctance. Suddenly, Anna realized something was off, so she suggested asking Kenta first. But Kyotaro knew Kenta wouldn't tell the truth in such a situation. Facing Anna's expectant look, Kyotaro stepped forward to help, saying Kenta's grades were better, and he might fit well in Nuka's team. "Are you saying Moko's team isn't good enough?" someone remarked. As the other 2 were about to join Anna's team, Kyotaro reluctantly admitted that his chemistry grade was only 42. Thus, he and Adachi joined Anna's team. However, Kyotaro felt like he had lost something important. Anna whispered to him that he was lying because his chemistry grades were actually quite good. That afternoon in the library, Kyotaro was still thinking about this. He was also curious about Kenta and Nuka's relationship. Then he saw Anna and Nuka in the library. Nuka mentioned she was on a diet, though Kenta had said he liked plump girls. But how can you trust what boys say? Anna found out Nuka and Kenta had already gone out together. She always enjoyed talking about romantic relationships. Nuka was curious about Anna's love life. Anna said she didn't have a boyfriend and had never dated. Kyotaro sighed with relief behind the bookshelf. Annoyed, Anna claimed she could still advise Nuka and shared what she would like to do with a lover, like listening to music with shared earphones, taking photos, and holding hands in pockets. However, Anna's pockets were full of snacks, and Nuka's had chocolate cookies. While checking their photos, they accidentally captured Kyotaro hiding behind the bookshelf. Nuka noticed Kyotaro overhearing them, but wasn't worried since he was usually quiet and kept to himself. Kyotaro thought, "Did she just look down on me?" Nuka, seeing Anna and then the blushing Kyotaro, smiled meaningfully. After school, it started raining heavily. Kyotaro joked it was a perfect time for romantic cliches. He had brought a raincoat because he was cycling, but Anna hadn't brought an umbrella. She noticed Kyotaro's raincoat was big, so she insisted on borrowing it to buy an umbrella. Just a few steps away, Kyotaro realized she had forgotten her backpack and even her electronic payment card. In a rush, Kyotaro ran out protecting Anna's backpack. Anna used the raincoat to shield him from the rain, asking him to get her wallet from the backpack. Unexpectedly, Kyotaro found an umbrella in Anna's bag. Anna claimed it was broken. Half believing, Kyotaro had just taken out the wallet when Anna asked him to unbutton his raincoat and put it in his inner pocket. "I told you, this looks like mutual crush," said his sister, almost making Kyotaro blush even more. Afterward, Anna told Kyotaro to go back first to avoid the rain while she went alone to buy an umbrella. When Kyotaro returned to the school entrance, he found the umbrella intact. He thought Anna didn't want to admit her mistake, sometimes frustrating him with her obliviousness. However, seeing Anna return with both the umbrella and some snacks made Kyotaro think she just wanted to buy snacks. Later, Anna returned the raincoat to Kyotaro and asked if he liked mint-flavored chocolate, hinting for him to guess her favorite flavor. As Kyotaro looked at the mint chocolate ice cream in her hand, he realized no answer was needed. Unexpectedly, Anna also gave him the same flavor of ice cream. Kyotaro blushed, clearly fond of Anna, and thanked her. Surprised, Anna paused, then called out to Kyotaro saying she hadn't given her answer yet. She expressed her love for it but clarified she didn't mean chocolate, teasingly saying, "Stop fishing, really? I'm about to bite." The group tour then began, and they visited a comic magazine editorial office. Adachi tried to strike up a conversation with Anna, but was shunned for being too awkward. However, everyone soon got engaged with the comics. Kyotaro enjoyed comics but didn't want to be disliked. Just then, the editor next door took out the original drawings of Baki, which Anna noticed Kyotaro loved. She quickly pulled him over, and seeing his praise, Anna couldn't help but blush. After the visit, everyone crowded into the elevator, and Kyotaro was unexpectedly cornered by Anna. Worried about his gaze causing her displeasure, Kyotaro instinctively closed his eyes, heightening his other senses. When they reached their floor and he opened his eyes, he found Anna very close to him, treating it as an accidental close encounter, and even got pinched by the elevator door in his nervousness. The group prepared to visit another site. On the way, Anna asked Kyotaro if he liked comics. She mentioned she only read shoujo manga, but offered to lend him one. Kobayashi thought Kyotaro wouldn't be interested in such bright shoujo manga. Misunderstanding that he was being disliked, Kyotaro quickly said he needed to use the restroom and stormed off angrily. When he came out, only Anna was waiting for him. Although she mentioned that Kyotaro went to the restroom, Kobayashi seemed not to have heard, and they ended up separated from the main group. Finding himself alone with Anna, Kyotaro felt secretly pleased. But then, he turned to see Anna crying urgently. Anxious, Kyotaro immediately bought her a hot drink from a vending machine. Anna was stunned when she received the drink, then blushed. Kyotaro apologized for having to use the restroom and not informing everyone, which made Anna laugh. Later, as they took the train, Kyotaro remembered Anna was a model and worried that being close to her might lower her standards. Just as he was about to step away, Anna pulled him back, and they ended up gossiping about Noka and Kenta's relationship. Anna got very close, leaving Kyotaro's mind blank. She said it's interesting that classmates are dating, but thinks secret dating is more fun. She asked Kyotaro what he thought. Kyotaro could only grin. What else could he think? Later, the group regrouped and Kobayashi apologized to Anna for not paying attention to the group's movement. Anna hugged him and said everyone makes mistakes, causing others to tease about climbing the pole. On Monday, Kyotaro complained about the visit, and his sister told him he had already said that. She quickly noticed that Kyotaro was happy at school. Although Kyotaro knew he liked Anna, he felt she would dislike someone like him. Unexpectedly, Anna was waiting for him at the school gate, grabbed him, and pulled out a shoujo manga from her bag that she had promised to lend him. She said she had to leave early today and couldn't go to the library, urging Kyotaro to read the good manga. She mentioned the manga's protagonist was cold, but actually a good kid. Kyotaro worried she would spoil it further, so Anna reminded him to read it. Kyotaro wondered why she was waiting at the gate. "I hate that you're so clueless," Anna said, looking a bit hurt, and returned to the gate. After school, Kyotaro went to the library and was shocked to see Anna there. Previously, he was too shy to approach her when she was around, claiming he could only read while standing. Anna noticed he was reading a mystery novel and insisted he read the manga first. They accidentally bumped into each other in the struggle, and Kyotaro was embarrassed by the situation. Anna awkwardly said she had to leave. Kyotaro instinctively called out to her, asking if she would come to school tomorrow. He thought his question was awkward, but Anna smiled and assured she would definitely come. Kyotaro realized he might actually enjoy going to school. Back home, thinking about how Anna would view the manga, Kyotaro found snack crumbs in it. The next day, Anna eagerly asked if he liked the manga. Kyotaro hadn't really absorbed it, as he was imagining how Anna read it. Adachi saw this scene. Not wanting to disappoint Anna, Kyotaro caught up on the manga privately, but Adachi stopped him. Adachi thought Kyotaro and Anna were close and asked if she had a boyfriend. Adachi admitted he liked Anna because the lower half of his body doesn't listen to him, saying if it's not true love, it doesn't react. Kyotaro was shocked by this statement, but Adachi's reasons for liking Anna were just her looks and figure, which upset Kyotaro. Aside from Adachi's feelings for Anna, he admitted he also had such thoughts about her, but was still unsure about his own emotions. When he returned to the classroom, he found Anna sitting at his desk chatting with Kobayashi and others, so he just sat back down. At that moment, Anna crossed her legs just as Adachi returned and saw this, giving Kyotaro a knowing look. Kyotaro spent the afternoon pondering his feelings for Anna. When he went to the library, he found Anna shockingly staring at a poster. It turned out that it now explicitly forbade eating in the library. Although everyone knew this, there had never been a sign posted before. Was it because someone had seen Anna eating snacks there and reported it? But those were Anna's friends. Maybe it was someone else who had seen it. So Anna decided to subtly inquire about it. Moreover, someone had thrown snack wrappers in the library's trash bin. Anna found it suspicious because she had never thrown anything away there herself. Could it mean the culprit wasn't her? When she asked in the office, she learned that candy wrappers had been found in the library. The teacher mentioned that even though it was just candy, it couldn't be ignored. Some things, even if obvious, need to be explicitly stated. At this, Anna fell into deep silence. Kyotaro thought this would be their last meeting in the library, but was surprised when Anna pulled out some chocolate and started eating. She already knew eating wasn't allowed. The sign was just a formality. Kyotaro joked about them getting in trouble if caught by a teacher. Just then, he looked up to see a female teacher passing by behind the bookshelves. Shocked, he instinctively covered the chocolate on the desk with a book and grabbed Anna's hand as she was about to eat more chocolate. Anna's face turned red. The passing teacher saw this and misunderstood, thinking they were in a relationship. Seeing Anna's complicated expression, Kyotaro instinctively explained, worried that she might get punished and not be allowed to come again, and also worried that Anna might dislike him. Unexpectedly, Anna asked him to turn around and she licked the melted chocolate off her hand. Kyotaro left, but reminded Anna to be more discreet with snacks in the future. He thought it was all over, but to his surprise, Anna showed up the next day, still eating snacks but reduced to 2/3. Seeing Anna again filled Kyotaro with secret joy. After realizing he really liked Anna, Kyotaro looked up Anna's stage name online and thought that anyone who found Anna ugly was tasteless. He unexpectedly discovered that Anna had also appeared on a variety show, which aired on Tuesday, and he had just missed it. Kyotaro likes Anna but hesitates to think about dating her. Today, during a long run, he thought he wouldn't be overtaken by Anna as a boy, but when he tried to speed up, Anna grabbed him. Facing her shaking figure while running, Kyotaro found himself slowing down without knowing why. Soon, he noticed Anna's shirt was inside out. When he pointed it out, Anna surprisingly fixed it on the spot. Kyotaro slowed down again. When Anna looked back and saw Kyotaro exposing another eye, she paused and waited for him, and they ran together but accidentally left the track, finishing last. Anna extended her hand, helping Kyotaro up, and walked away with her coat from the ground. Nuka was puzzled because Anna was not usually this slow. Kyotaro kept thinking about their hand-holding. Unexpectedly, they swapped coats. Seeing his own coat on Anna's waist, Kyotaro worried about losing face if she wore it without realizing. He planned to retrieve his coat during lunch break, but found Anna wearing it in class. Just then, Adachi was called by the teacher to answer a question. Kyotaro knew Adachi liked to stare at chests and worried he would make a scene if he noticed Anna wearing his coat. So, Kyotaro stood up to answer instead, subtly hinting at the mistaken coat by pointing at his chest, but Adachi took it as confidence. The teacher criticized Kyotaro for answering wrongly, embarrassing him before he even started. Kyotaro couldn't find a chance to switch back during lunch. Anna subtly covered the name on her chest until the end of the break when she approached Kyotaro, admitting she didn't know when they swapped. Anna, hiding behind a curtain, sniffed his coat, confirming their mutual crush. Kyotaro wondered when Anna realized the mix-up since she covered the name during lunch. He then noticed rice grains on his coat, embarrassing Anna. She dragged Kyotaro to measure height, and he was hit by a face wash attack, burning up. Rushing to get a stool to help Anna, they struggled, and Anna accidentally stepped on a scale, breaking her guard. That day, Kyotaro heard Anna was going to star in a movie. He insisted it was just a normal film until he heard the lead's famous name and the award-winning director. Yet, Anna seemed unhappy, perhaps feeling lonely at the top. Then the teacher entered the classroom to announce a seat change lottery. Kyotaro prayed to be seated with her, but missed by a hair. Anna sits just above and to the right of Kyotaro, sharing a desk with Adachi who sits in front of him. Kyotaro is paired with Noka. He thought this arrangement was fine until he realized Anna was too tall, blocking his entire view. Anna turned around and smiled at him, causing Kyotaro to panic as he needed to see the blackboard. Meanwhile, Adachi pretended to have forgotten his textbook, so Kyotaro quickly pulled one out from under the desk for him. Unable to see the blackboard, Kyotaro frantically looked around. Nuka noticed and shared his notes, suggesting they could take notes together and speak to the teacher after class. When Kyotaro looked up, he found Anna visibly upset, accusing him of being allowed to do things others couldn't. She seemed angry even after class, avoiding her friends. Kyotaro thought she was upset about the movie, but Anna confronted him, asking if he liked being seated with Nuka, noting Nuka's pleasant and cute nature. Caught off guard, Kyotaro bluntly admitted, "During class, all I see is you." When Nuka returned, he found both blushing and unable to make eye contact. It wasn't until they were at the library that Anna realized she had been blocking Kyotaro's view. The seating was changed again, and Kyotaro ended up sitting in the front row next to Adachi. He casually asked Anna about the movie. She became cheerful, revealing she played a detective's daughter. Kyotaro realized her joy was because no one had asked her about her role before, except him. Anna shared a line from the movie, "You're disgusting," which struck Kyotaro emotionally, but he still helped her practice. Their practice drew attention, so Kyotaro suggested moving elsewhere. Unexpectedly, Anna led him into a storage room, creating a more intimate setting for their rehearsal. The movie's release was scheduled for the spring after their middle school graduation, making Kyotaro uneasy about their future opportunities to stay together. Anna shyly asked if he would come to see it, and Kyotaro said he wasn't sure but would try to make time. Her smile returned, and she stopped practicing her lines, confessing she couldn't say those words to Kyotaro now. That evening, Kyotaro watched a variety show featuring Anna and was excited about her appearance. However, he was upset to see that the director had cut her scenes, showing her only in minor roles without lines. Yet, he felt a guilty relief, thinking she must be upset about being cut. He planned to avoid the topic the next day, but found Anna quite satisfied with her part, embracing a content attitude towards life. Kobayashi missed school due to the flu. Anna simply sat on Moiko, who took the chance to measure Anna's bust. Startled, Anna quickly jumped up and told her there were many places on her body she shouldn't touch, even drawing a diagram showing that nearly her whole body was sensitive. The group didn't erase the drawing on the blackboard. Just as Adachi was about to clean it, Kyotaro sprinted to erase it, earning praise from Adachi as a good person, though he had already memorized the drawing. When Kobayashi returned from the flu, she found her grades had slipped while Anna's had improved. After some investigation, she learned Anna had been going to the library after school for Kyotaro's tutoring. Kobayashi joined them too. Anna seemed a bit annoyed. Kobayashi noted Kyotaro was quite a good teacher and mentioned that Anna had been talking about Kyotaro a lot lately. Anna defensively said she had mentioned other people too. Kyotaro worried they might be mocking him, but Kobayashi shared a funny incident about Anna trying to wipe cream off her face with a cream-filled pastry, which ended up smearing her face, making Kyotaro laugh. Kobayashi was surprised to see Kyotaro laugh, having thought him to be timid, almost like an AI. Soon, it was time for the parent-teacher meeting. Kyotaro intended to keep his distance, but ended up sitting next to Anna and her mother, who was also very beautiful, and corrected Anna's posture. Kyotaro's mother subconsciously followed suit. When Anna heard Kyotaro's mother mention his name, she became curious, and they started chatting. Kyotaro's mother even offered Anna some candy. Seeing the throat lozenges in her hand, Anna smiled. After the meeting, Kyotaro's mother praised his recent proactive attitude and mentioned swapping candies with a beautiful girl from his class, asking if he knew her. Kyotaro immediately mentioned Anna's name. Just then, Anna, who had been following them to say hello, heard Kyotaro acknowledge her and blushed before running away. The next day at the library, Anna was particularly clingy, telling Kyotaro that Kobayashi had returned to tutoring and suggested he just tutor her instead. She pulled out a history notebook which, to Kyotaro's amusement, contained math notes. As they prepared to start on the homework, a patrolling teacher complimented their diligence. Remembering the throat lozenges next to Anna, Kyotaro leaned in to whisper to her to put them away. Surprisingly, Anna covered her ears and moved away. Kyotaro quickly took the candies. Afterwards, Anna declared ears as a sensitive area in front of their friends. Kyotaro felt a pang of guilt, worried he might have done something wrong. Kyotaro was riding his bike home when he encountered heavy rain and realized he had forgotten his raincoat. Halfway through, he ran into Anna. Anna immediately stopped Kyotaro, who worried his drenched appearance was disgusting. Unexpectedly, Anna cupped his face briefly before quickly pulling away, seemingly without thinking. She placed a plastic bag in Kyotaro's bike basket, intending to hold an umbrella for him on the back seat, but had to abandon the idea due to her work commitments. Kyotaro hurried home only to find Anna's items still in the basket, including feminine hygiene products. Considering Anna might struggle to purchase these due to her busy schedule, Kyotaro dashed to the station in the rain. When he found Anna still there, he handed over the items without mentioning what he had seen. Anna quietly explained the products were for her mother, not for her own use. Relieved, Kyotaro sneezed and dashed off. Upon returning, Kyotaro unsurprisingly fell ill and even had a nightmare where Anna kept changing size unexpectedly. Realizing his fever, he took the day off as he was alone at home. At dusk, Anna appeared, making Kyotaro think he was dreaming. She brought him sweets from school, feeling responsible for his illness. Kyotaro bravely invited her in for tea. Nervously making tea, he splashed water on himself and rushed to change, only to faint from the fever. Anna, realizing something was wrong when the water boiled over and Kyotaro hadn't come down, found him delirious and helped him to bed, trying to keep him warm. As she leaned close to help, Kyotaro, still feverish, accidentally bumped into her chest and commented on the reality of his dreams, noting Anna wasn't changing sizes. When he opened his eyes next, he saw his sister instead of Anna. Confused about what was a dream, he found sweets and a get-well-soon note on the table. After recovering, his mother mentioned that Anna had been worried about his cold. At school, Anna tried to subtly inquire if Kyotaro remembered his feverish delusions, but was interrupted by Kobayashi revealing the sweets were actually Anna's own snack. One day in the library, Anna suddenly asked Kyotaro if he had line, making him suspect she was mocking him. Despite being reclusive, he admitted having the app, only with family as contacts. Anna tried to hint at becoming friends, but Kyotaro, oblivious to her hints, didn't catch on. In the afternoon, Anna was figuring out how to add Kyotaro's account. At that time, Moeko remarked that Christmas was approaching and decided to add all the boys in the class to find a suitable match. Anna immediately found her chance. Using it as an excuse, she quickly ran up to Kyotaro, who was eavesdropping. Before Kyotaro could react, Moeko interrupted the conversation, exclaiming, "Who starts grinding from slimes after reaching max level?" Moeko added Kyotaro as a friend first and noticed his anime avatar. Hot girls are usually kinder to nerds, she thought. However, Kyotaro noticed Anna's intense gaze. Moeko told Anna she didn't need to start with slimes and should aim for the top athlete in class, Ishimuro. Kobayashi teased that it was actually Moeko who wanted the contact. Suddenly, Anna glanced at Kyotaro and mentioned that her family lived in the same apartment as Ishimuro's and their parents sometimes chatted. Kyotaro sensed something was off. By then, Anna was being pushed by her friends to get the account. Hearing a familiar question, Kyotaro realized Anna had wanted his contact information. He screamed, startling everyone. Anna looked pleased, thinking, "Has this fool finally caught on?" Meanwhile, Kyotaro reminded himself that next time Anna asked if he had an account, he must say yes. Then Adachi came asking how Kyotaro was doing lately, and a nervous Kyotaro blurted out, "Yes," embarrassing himself on the spot. Later, Kyotaro reflected that Anna adding him wasn't strange since she was popular. However, her type was like the protagonists in manga. Cool, stubborn, kind, cute, and somewhat clueless. Kyotaro was frustrated, thinking, "Where on earth can you find such a person?" He picked up a manga and saw a communication scene between two characters, reminding him of his chats with Anna and telling himself not to overthink. The next day at school, Kyotaro saw a senior trying to woo Anna again. Kobayashi was blocking him while a girl stood by the senior, leading Moeko to criticize him for polygamy. The senior turned and invited Kobayashi instead, clearly using him as bait to attract Anna. Surprisingly, Kobayashi agreed. Anna stated she wouldn't go and advised Kobayashi against it, but couldn't tell her she was being used as bait. Kyotaro found Anna crying in the library and even considered murdering the senior. When Anna, who was initially uninterested in gaming, saw Kyotaro, she started talking about gaming consoles, mentioning her father's love for games and the vast collection of devices at home. At this moment, a girl accompanying the senior approached, accusing him of pushing Anna too hard and assuming that such a beautiful girl like Anna must already be taken. Anna glanced at Kyotaro and quickly shook her head to deny it, but the girl insisted Anna was pretending because she was a model. Frustrated, Anna stood up, denied it, and looked nervously at Kyotaro. Realizing something, the girl quickly left with her friend. Meanwhile, Kyotaro advised Anna to keep her distance in public to avoid getting involved with him. Unexpectedly, the girl brought the senior over, and Anna, in a sudden move, pretended to kiss Kyotaro, leading the senior to turn away and leave. Confused, Kyotaro couldn't understand why Anna wouldn't distance herself from him. Back in the classroom, Moeko told Kobayashi that the senior used her as bait to attract Anna. Realizing this, Kobayashi stubbornly claimed he knew all along and had only pretended to accept the invitation. After school, Kobayashi apologized to Anna, promising never to accept the senior's invitation, relieving Anna. Seeing the two reconcile, Kyotaro felt much better, though he noticed the senior's disdainful looks and speculated that Anna might have used him to deter the uninterested senior by pretending to be close to him. Reflecting on their interactions, Kyotaro felt depressed, thinking he might have been used by Anna, and since then, he avoided both Anna and the library. Anna realized she was being avoided and confronted Kyotaro with a dramatic gesture, demanding clarity. She had heeded Kyotaro's advice to keep her distance, mistaking it for his dislike. Overwhelmed, she broke down crying, which made Kyotaro realize he had misunderstood her intentions. He was just looking for a reason to avoid her, reminiscent of his childhood desire for a gaming console, which he gave up on thinking it was unattainable despite his sister's offer to help. Kyotaro repeated the same avoidant behavior with Anna. He quickly apologized, explaining he had other issues, not that he intended to avoid her. Anna hugged him joyfully, explaining it was just a reconciliatory gesture, and worried that Kyotaro might dislike it. Holding her hand, Kyotaro reassured her, leading to another hug when they were alone. Kyotaro, recalling a line from a romance manga, tried hard not to misinterpret the situation. On their way back together, Anna kept chatting with Kyotaro and asked him about his plans for the winter break. Kyotaro mentioned he was going to his father's hometown. Anna glanced at her phone's calendar, hesitated, but remained silent. Kyotaro returned the manga to Anna, who then asked which part he liked best. He said he enjoyed the scenes where the two main characters write to each other in a notebook. Anna also liked that part and mentioned she would bring him more comics next week. The arrangement was delayed until the day before the winter break, which Anna used as an excuse to ask Kyotaro to pick a time for her to deliver the comics, and ended up adding a friend. They agreed to meet the next day, which happened to be Christmas. They were supposed to meet in Shibuya to pick up the manga, but the location was unusual for anime fans, warned to be cautious of being mistaken for something else. Although they planned to meet at 2 p.m., Kyotaro, not expecting much, came early and was surprised to run into Anna, who was also early. Both were dressed nicely. Anna remarked on the crowd, and Kyotaro, realizing it was Christmas, thought she hadn't noticed the date and probably had other reasons for the meetup. Kyotaro tried to lag behind to avoid misunderstandings, but looking in a mirror, he realized he looked like a stalker. He quickly removed his hat and mask. Seeing Kyotaro's face, Anna was happy and asked him to help carry bags, which made them look like a couple holding hands. She intentionally stayed close to him and later took him to a dessert shop, making the outing seem more like a date. While waiting in line, Anna mentioned her mother had styled her hair, describing her as strict outside but very loving at home. Kyotaro found it cute, and Anna teased him for his compliments. However, she quickly adjusted her mood. At the cafe, Kyotaro was overwhelmed by the menu and ordered just a coffee. Anna felt guilty, thinking a simpler cafe would have been better. Kyotaro clarified he just didn't like sweets. They discussed fashion, which made Kyotaro feel he was losing points the more they talked. He worried that despite getting along well at school, he might ruin their rapport outside. Anna enjoyed her dessert, asking Kyotaro to take photos and videos of her. Despite being a model, she indulged in a trend like food blogging, which Kyotaro found ironic, wondering if it might affect her professional image. Anna refused to post online, and instead sent the video and photos to Kyotaro. She soon noticed Kyotaro staring at his phone. In a moment of urgency, she urged him to pay more attention to her in real life. "Mommy, this woman really knows how to flirt," she exclaimed. When it was time to pay, Anna quickly handled the bill since she was at work. Kyotaro felt sad and mentally deducted points from himself. He then accompanied Anna to shop for clothes, having previously shopped with his sister. Anna asked him to choose which dress was cuter, and Kyotaro picked one with a pleasing color. The scene felt like something out of a romantic comedy, but thinking of Anna changing in the dressing room made Kyotaro feel slightly inappropriate. He thought about escaping but was stopped just as his sister and her friend appeared. Anna wanted to greet them, but Kyotaro insisted it wasn't the right time, hinting at a future meeting. During this time, his sister was also trying on clothes. Seeing Kyotaro's nervousness, Anna suddenly dragged him into the dressing room and asked when they could meet. Kyotaro suggested taking things step by step, making Anna very happy. After Kyotaro complimented her on the dress, she decided to buy it immediately. On the way back, she was concerned about delaying Kyotaro, who reassured her that if he truly disliked it, he wouldn't have come. They walked under the Christmas tree lights, a first for Kyotaro. As they headed to the station, Kyotaro offered to carry the comics. Due to the crowd, they almost got separated. Once on the train, Kyotaro realized Anna had grabbed his hand. He nervously reciprocated and both blushed, not letting go until they left the station. They avoided direct eye contact, unsure when to let go, but deliberately slowed their pace, hoping the moment would last forever. Kyotaro felt his emotions might explode. Then Anna suddenly let go, preparing to go home. Kyotaro wanted to wish her a happy new year early, but was stopped by Anna. However, he realized this might have been the happiest Christmas he had ever had. Thinking back at home, the protagonist from a manga appeared to guide him, suggesting he and Anna might have a chance together, though he also considered Anna's close relationship with her best friend. Nevertheless, he decided to see how things would unfold. On New Year's Eve, Kyotaro felt like he was in hell, sitting at the same table with a senior and a girl who had a crush on him. Moeko advised Kyotaro to change seats. The senior asked about Anna, putting Kyotaro in a tough spot due to a recent injury, which started 4 days earlier. As per annual tradition, Kyotaro and his family returned to their hometown. The only downside was the limited number of rooms, which meant he and his sister had to share a room and sleep on the floor. Recalling he needed to take photos of the snowy landscape for Anna, Kyotaro stepped outside. While taking pictures, he failed to watch his step and tumbled down a slope, resulting in a broken hand. His sister found him and quickly got him to the hospital. After getting a cast, he returned home for a meal. Despite the injury, Kyotaro didn't complain. He had his meal and even managed to take the photos. He also sent a photo of his injury to Anna, expecting to be teased for his carelessness. Instead, Anna immediately video called him. She was still in her pajamas, indicating she had rushed to call him. During the call, Kyotaro's sister, thinking he was asleep, picked up the phone. Realizing Anna was planning to invite him out, she woke up. Kyotaro, flustered, quickly ended the call. At first, his sister thought he was watching a live stream, but was surprised to learn he was talking to a female classmate, noting she didn't have any male friends herself. Worried his sister would probe whether he was dating or seeing someone, Kyotaro was relieved when she simply went back to sleep. He had explained to Anna that they were just friends, which seemed to please her. They then shared a voice call, watching the moon together, though there was no moon on Anna's side, so Kyotaro sent her a photo. Anna directed Kyotaro to make certain gestures, mimicking them as if she could actually touch him. Before leaving his grandmother's home, Kyotaro bought local specialties and remembered Anna liked dogs, so he included a dog pendant. On the way home, his sister, after some hesitation, advised Kyotaro not to judge a girl solely by her appearance, guessing she wasn't hopeful about his prospects with Anna. Yet, she brightened up when she learned Anna had visited when Kyotaro was previously sick with a fever. Once back, Kyotaro planned to return some comic books and a scarf to Anna, along with the pendant. Unexpectedly, he was startled by a dog as Anna, thinking he couldn't ride his bike due to his injury, walked her dog towards him. Now, Kyotaro worried how he would explain knowing she liked dogs. Anna asked Kyotaro to command the dog, but the dog didn't listen at all. Instead, Anna followed the directions and even took the opportunity to hold hands. Kyotaro mentioned he brought a scarf, which made Anna a bit embarrassed. She explained that she had intended to give it to Kyotaro, but was worried he might not accept it. Kyotaro, feeling his heart race, decisively pulled out a pendant from his pocket and offered it as a gift to Anna. She was delighted to receive it and used the opportunity to give him the scarf as well. The two seemed very alike. When returning, Anna asked Kyotaro if he wanted to join the New Year's shrine visit. He decided to go, and Anna said she would send him the address later. Over the next few days, Kyotaro was constantly chatting with Anna on his phone, always worried he might get carried away. The day before New Year's Eve, Kyotaro went shopping and accidentally ran into his senior and others, leading to an awkward situation. The senior tried to get Anna's contact details from him. Kyotaro pretended not to notice, but just then Anna messaged him. The senior let the girls go get some coffee, and Moeko also left. Kyotaro thought his senior might use force, but he just sat opposite him, assuring he wouldn't tell anyone, and suggested quietly passing Anna's contact details. Unbeknownst to them, Moeko was eavesdropping. Kyotaro flatly refused without any explanation. The senior wanted to say more, but Moeko came over with coffee, mentioning it was getting late, and asked Kyotaro to walk her home. The senior offered to escort Moeko, but she declined, saying Kyotaro was her friend, which seemed to validate her view of him. On the way back, Kyotaro admired Moeko's cool demeanor and shyly confessed that he liked Anna. Moeko, very pleased, exclaimed that she obviously knew, and everyone could see it. Kyotaro thanked her for her help. Moeko invited him upstairs, but he immediately declined. Later, he wanted to call to hear Anna's voice, but unexpectedly, Moeko answered, revealing that Anna was with her. A big surprise. Kyotaro had planned to attend the New Year's shrine visit with his family. He thought of meeting up with his family 30 minutes early and then making an excuse to stay and meet Anna. However, Anna arrived early at the venue and was instantly recognized by his mother and sister. His sister quickly asked if Anna had a boyfriend, noting her perfect outfit and frequent checks in the mirror to ensure her makeup and smile were just right. This is clearly waiting for someone special. Kyotaro blushed when teased. His sister quickly urged Kyotaro to go chat. Kyotaro thought she would definitely peek from behind. However, a loud voice caught Anna's attention. Seeing them, Anna noticed the whole family was there and came over to greet. His sister exclaimed what a beauty Anna was. Kyotaro joked about his sister's lewd expression. Could he also look like that normally? Eventually, Anna joined the family for the shrine visit. Anna mentioned Kyotaro daring to invite both parties. His sister smiled at this. During the prayers, his sister and parents went ahead. Kyotaro, with only one hand free, couldn't fully join hands. Unexpectedly, Anna reached out to touch his hand, urging him to make a serious wish. Kyotaro was flustered and blushed. Anna was more serious in front of Kyotaro's parents. After praying together, she left, but Kyotaro knew they had planned to meet again later. Just as he thought of an excuse to leave his parents, his sister grabbed Kyotaro and they ran off to greet Anna. When they found Anna, she was already eating. His sister laughed and invited Anna over. Anna happily agreed. At first, his sister wondered if Anna was waiting for someone. Soon she realized Anna had bought the same skewers as Kyotaro in excitement. His sister then accidentally ran into a pole, feeling hopeful. Anna took off her coat at home, revealing the Akita dog pendant Kyotaro had given her. Kyotaro had bought a pair as an excuse with his sister. If his sister discovered this, wouldn't he be in deep trouble? So, he covered Anna's waist with his hand. His sister covered her eyes, exclaiming, "Straight to the point?" But soon she was amazed by Anna's figure. She immediately fed Anna rice cakes and admired how cute she was. She even playfully urged Kyotaro to call Anna by her name. While showing old photos of herself, she slipped Kyotaro's photo to Anna. Anna was delighted to see his middle school photo, but noticed there was no camp photo. His sister got nervous because Kyotaro hadn't attended that camp. Later, she found an excuse to meet a friend. Kyotaro noticed she had left the other pendant and thanked Anna for being friends with him. Anna grabbed his sister, asking if she could call her sister too. His sister looked delighted. Eventually, Anna realized her pendant matched Kyotaro's. His sister smiled and left discreetly. After her sister left, Anna remarked that the rice cakes were delicious and washed the dishes since Kyotaro's hand was injured. She then went upstairs with Kyotaro and admitted she had seen those photos before. It turns out that Kyotaro and Kobayashi went to the same school as children. Anna got the album from Kobayashi, but she didn't admit she was looking at Kyotaro. She was just curious about the other two boys in the photos, because they seemed close to Kyotaro. Kyotaro nodded, confirming they were childhood friends, who now attended a private school. Kyotaro's room was filled with medals from writing contests, proving his past excellence, though he considered them just relics of the past. Anna discovered Kyotaro was still reading psychology, curious if he could guess her thoughts. She relaxed on his bed and accidentally touched a magazine. Kyotaro panicked and lunged at it, causing a commotion. After being gently pushed away by Anna, he thought he was in trouble. Instead, Anna took a photo of his middle school picture and quickly ran downstairs. When Kyotaro caught up, Anna said she would show him her photos next time, hinting at inviting him to her house. That night, Kyotaro dreamt of his middle school days and his separation from his two friends. They had planned to hang out in middle school, but his interest in bizarre psychology scared other students away, though he fantasized about someone uncovering his inner thoughts. Due to his injury, Kyotaro's mother and sister took him to school. Anna waited at the school gates and asked about his dog pendant, which she then attached to his button. Watching Anna's retreating figure, Kyotaro expressed his reluctance to attend school in his first year and had even skipped a school trip. However, he recently began to dislike school less, crediting Anna for his changed attitude. Anna disagreed, saying if Kyotaro hadn't come to school, she and other classmates wouldn't have had the chance to talk to him. Seeing Kyotaro upset, Anna hugged him to offer comfort. Kyotaro just wanted to thank her. They hurried to the classroom, where Moeko greeted them, sensing something ambiguous in their interaction and wondering if something inappropriate had occurred. Kyotaro was speechless, but Anna quickly offered him candy, satisfying his emotional cravings.